Hi Tan fans, welcome to another edition of Q&A on Tan Fan Thursday. First and foremost, again, thank you so much for all the comments and feedback you've been giving me. And to those of you who've been stopping me on the street and events and telling me how helpful this has been. That's definitely my motivation and my drive. I'm so humbled by that. So please keep them coming and we're going to keep this going. Today's question comes from Rob, so I'm going to get straight to it. And we have some work to do. Dear Coach T, since the layoffs at my work, everyone has been under so much pressure and our workload has increased twice the amount. I find that everyone is much more experienced and professional than myself. I know this is a great opportunity for me to learn from them. But I don't know what to ask and how to start conversations. How can I be more efficient? Rob. Okay, Rob. I totally understand that there's been a great pressure from you because there's been so many layoffs and you've been one of the chosen ones, and therefore you are probably adding extra pressure on top of all that pressure to yourself. So level of productivity is definitely going down and your fear is definitely rising higher. And it's immobilizing you from using that voice for the better rather than doing something with it that's more productive and it's going to help you go forward in your path. To remember is that not to make a problem bigger than it is or smaller than it is. To see it for what it is the key here. And I think maybe in this situation, you're seeing the problem way bigger than it is because your focus is too much on you. You might have silenced your voice in the past in certain situations and it has worked for you, but no longer that situation exists and no longer this is working for you, obviously. So we have to change that pattern and change the way you think about this and behavior, which this has nothing to do with your ability and capabilities at work, and this has nothing to do with your skill set. It has only to do with your fears and how they're controlling you. There's good solutions though. There's always good and happy solutions in Coach T's Corner. So you came to the right place. How to break through. Breakthrough means going from fear to freedom. To get from this side to the other. And there's always easier steps to do that. The first step is usually, I must say, the first step is the hardest step because it takes that extra energy to put in. You don't know what's on the other side. You're afraid of the unknown. But the first step is the most important step, and you'll be so proud of yourself for doing this. So I'm going to break it down to 3 steps for you here, and hopefully this will be helpful to the rest of you as well. First one is to find a way. When you hit a wall and there's a problem, people usually tend to go back into themselves and focus on, again, what they can't do. And when you hit a wall like that, you gotta see beyond that. So there's help right there in front of you and you probably can't see it. For example, you can ask one of your coworkers that you're more connected to and more comfortable with to ask them out for a cup of coffee, a drink after work or dinner, lunch, whatnot, and invite them to coffee and ask them about the company and some details and how it works and how everyone operates and what they think about the new changes and whatnot. And then also communicate to them about how you're feeling and how you want to be more interactive during the meetings. And I'm sure there will be a big helping hand there for you. The second part is before each meeting, get there earlier. You'll have to do some work too. Get there a little bit earlier and grab your cup of coffee, talk to the people who will be at the meeting, connect with them a little bit more one-on-one so you already have broke that ice. So connect with them on that level and break the ice. So when you actually do walk into the meeting, there are the same people who are sitting there that you just chatted with. So if someone talks and voices their opinion, if you don't understand, you can ask your question or you can say, this is what I think. I'm not too sure about this. But because that's a more comfortable, friendly environment. You have created that, so you have to take credit for that too. And the last one is to shrink the problem. As I mentioned before, we focus on a problem and we make it huge and we burst it into this huge bubble and we sit there and debate how to get out of it. Or some people think there's no way out, actually. So focus on not yourself, but on your productivity in the future and who you want to become as a result of all this production and positivity, and keep that higher goal in mind. When you have a higher goal than just to focus on yourself, you work harder to get there. You get out of that self-pity mode and self-judgment and criticism mode, and you work harder and you realize these are my tiny fears. If I get over this, I'll get over there. But if you only think, I can't voice my opinion, I can't talk, I don't understand, I'm not sure, then you're going to stay where you're at. And I'm sure that's not the kind of person you are, Rob, and also the rest of you who are watching this, because if you're watching this, you're quite a motivated person. You always want to do better in life. So I hope this has been helpful. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you next Thursday. And please enjoy your weekend. Send me more questions, comments, you name it. I'm loving this. So until then, keep up with the good work.